Okay, so what did we hear in that? We heard this melody, right? The subject, and we heard it kind of popping up all over the place, right? We also heard some other music. Okay, so it's not the case that every element in the fugue is made up of the subject. There's other music in there too, and we're going to talk about that soon. But a lot of it is made up of the subject and variations on the subject. So, another thing you heard in that was maybe something that was hard to describe, but once I explain it, maybe you'll say, oh, yeah. Um, you heard this subject going, and then you heard something else going and something else going, and there was never really a big break. It was just kind of unraveling through the whole thing. There was just da 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 da, and it just kept going and going and going and going until the end, pretty much. Um, that is a technique called Fortspinning. Okay, now Fortspinning is a German word that basically means spinning out, and when we hear Fortspinning, what we're really hearing is a couple different things. Um, it is continuous motion, so just kind of keeping that pulse going, that 16th note going, and in this case, this combination of 16th notes and eighth notes, this da 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 da, that much of it, da 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 da. We heard that all over the place, so it just kept going and going and going and just spinning and spinning and spinning. That's called Fortspinning. Another characteristic of Fortspinning is sequences. You might hear where we get this da 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 da, and then everything a whole step lower. Da 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 da. Right? That was not a whole step because I'm a terrible singer, but you get the point. All right, things moving in a sequence. Okay, we've talked about sequences before and how that works. So sequences are going to come back here in the fugue section. We also, in Fortspinning, get elided phrases. An elided phrase would be like this subject gets done where this note is the first note of the next time through it. Not always, but sometimes that can happen. Where, let's just try it. If I take this, and so what I'd have to do, it was tricky, I'd have to transpose this so that E, so that the first note was E. So I could do it. If I put that, oh, and I'd have to erase, oh no, that would work. So I'm going to get rid of this first eighth note. There's our subject again, as is. Then we're going to transpose it down. Where's my transpose? I'm going to transpose it down by interval a sixth, and we'll keep it in key. Okay, so that turned that into an E natural. So now this note is the first note of this phrase, and it's also the last note of the previous phrase. That's an elision. Okay, so an elided subject is happening here. Let's just hear what that sounds like. This is going to sound wacky, but let's hear it. Oh, you know what? I screwed it up. I need to be down one more half step because that was an E flat. That's okay, so let's fix that. Interval down, minor second. Okay, so now we're encountering a muse score problem where it's thinking we switched keys to something really strange. So now we're going from D sharp to C double sharp, but it will sound the same. Let's hear it one more time. right? And then we'd finish that out too. So I'm going to get rid of that because that was weird. But that would be an example of an elision. And that is one of the things that we hear in Fortspinning. So Fortspinning really just means spinning out. So it's the melody just unraveling using one of these techniques or multiple techniques. So file that away in your vocabulary lists for this class, Fortspinning.